I'm gonna talk to this dude, see how he's doing. Go ask him some questions, see if he's doing okay. What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. You mind if I talk to you for a bit?
Nah, that's cool, man. Sure, definitely.
What's your name?
My name's Adam.
Adam. Adam, what's is this kind of where you live?
Temporarily, this is currently where I'm at. Honestly, at this position, we've just been here overnight. We're actually in transition from getting on out of here. Just been housed by the police lately. Originally, we're over to my left a little more, 6-man tent. They just recently got this private, personal 2-man tent. But yeah, we've been out here for over a week, I would say, at this location.
And so how long have you been homeless?
We've been homeless for over a year now.
Okay.
Since at least went out January 1st of last year. February 1st, I'm sorry. So rather than going to my mom's, which was an option, I kind of didn't want to do that. I told her sorry, but I couldn't do it again. And I thought it was time for me to kind of, get my own thing in motion, or at least live life by my terms, you know what I mean? Not really have that help that she would always give me, or support. I love her to death, and she's always willing to help me, but I didn't want her to stress out or reach out that much again and anymore, especially with what I'm going through. I just felt it was best to not go that route.
Is this the first time, a year ago, the first time you had ever been homeless?
Yes.
And what would help out your situation?
Well, normally I work. I've been doing warehousing. I'm 29. I've been in Arizona since I was 18, and my first job was at Walmart as a cashier. And I did great. Cashier the month. I was there for about 3 months. I ended up losing my job. I went to Alaska. I learned how to do a forklift. Brought that experience back, and I've been doing forklifting ever since. So I do warehousing. I've been over 10 years. I'm pretty good at it, pretty great at it. But I've just been going through so much, man, that I just kind of needed a break. Kind of get my vision back. I kind of lost my vision a little bit, man. I got kids, and I had another life that came to an abrupt end. I kind of got the short end of the stick in the relationship. Kind of hard to deal with. So after that, man, I didn't even know what the hell I was doing. So I was, spiraling down, a little bit of self-destruction. Yeah, man, you just get some motivation again, get my sight back, some vision,
Yeah. And where do you think you'll be in another 6 months or a year?
6 months, honestly, hopefully. I see myself still here in Phoenix. I have kids, kind of hard for me to turn that page, but definitely working again. I honestly, it's about a week or two ago, I just started talking about work again. It's like I'm feeling good, feeling like I need to get back to work. I'm ready to get back to work. I want to get back to work. So hopefully, I'll be in an apartment, have a car again, all the good stuff. Build myself back up. Hopefully.
Do you use any illegal substances, any drugs at all?
Yeah, definitely. Ever since I was young, I've always smoked weed and stuff like that. I avoided pills my entire life, bro. But I would say two years I've been messing around with these opiates, these M30s, the perks. Yeah, man, sadly, but I've worked myself down. I'm down to about 2 pills a day, 3-4 pills a day. Keeping it down. Hope to get off them here soon.
What was the most that you were taking in a day?
At one point, I was buying a 50-pack every Thursday when I was getting paid. So I split that up between me and my girlfriend. She get 25, I get 25. So probably 3 days, 4 days, we'll probably go through 25 pills. And one day, the most I've done is, I would guess, less than 20, if not around that.
Have you ever overdosed?
Truly, I don't know. I know that for a fact that there's times when you do a drug and you kind of pass out. Some people describe overdose different. I've never needed emergency help. I've never had a life-threatening, situation or anything like that. Not that I'm aware of. But I've been in some awkward situations, just passing out, waking up out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Kind of awkward. I would say no.
Where are your children at?
Children are with their mother. I hope. Right? Hopefully not with a babysitter. I hate babysitters. They're with their mother, they're in her care. You know what I mean?
And what side of town are you from? Where are you from? Where'd you go to school?
When I got to Phoenix, I've been here on the west side of Phoenix, man. Here in West Phoenix.
You're originally from where?
From San Bernardino, California. Yeah. I've been coming back and forth my entire life. I have family out here. So when I was 18, you know what, I was kind of in trouble at the time, man. My dad was keeping me grounded. Me and him were seeing eye to eye, and you know, I told him that it was time for me to go with my mom, and you know what, he responded with, I agree. And he told me to get on the phone right then and there to call her immediately, which kind of caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting that fast of a movement, but I ended up coming right away. So I got here when I was 18. Yeah.
Have you ever tried treatment?
Nope, I haven't gotten not professional treatment. You know what? I'm wrong. I did methadone. How long did we do methadone for, babe?
A few months?
Yeah, a few months we did the methadone. Honestly, it did help. At first, it wasn't really much change. We kind of did methadone, but what it really did help with was the withdrawals. I was going through withdrawals. I had just lost a job. I was a rodman. I tried construction for a little while. I was an apprentice as a rodman, and ended up losing that job. And so with the gap in work, I was withdrawing, bro. And you know, I went to my mom's house one day, asked her for help, bro. I told her, I admitted to her that, you know, I've been doing drugs, and I fucked up, you know what I mean? And I asked her for help, and immediately she started trying to find ways to help me as best as possible. She ended up finding a clinic on 75th Avenue in Indian School. It's called
intensive treatment system.
There you go, intensive treatment. And she took me there the next morning. So after that, they started me on methadone. Again, immediately helped with the withdrawals. I went in there kind of withdrawing, so 30 minutes later, I was fine. But it didn't stop me from doing drugs. I guess I still wanted to do them, you know what I mean? Eventually, you know, I was telling the doctors I was still doing them along with the drug tests that they were doing. You know, they would kind of counsel me and stuff like that. And you know, they told me at first I might still continue to do the drugs, but when I get the right dosage, that, you know, should alleviate that.
What advice do you have for younger folks thinking about doing drugs, starting drugs, you know, peer pressure? What would you tell them? I
would say do not do this drug. The perks, them 30s, the blue pills, stay away from them. Honestly, it was probably the biggest mistake I've ever made. Like I said, I avoided pills my entire life. Never really did Xannies, never did Dizzles or whatever they may be, you know what I mean? But again, you know, I went through a breakup. You know, it's probably a couple, like 2 years later, bro. I was still depression, still alone. I ended up meeting my new girlfriend. I guess I want to say she had experimented with them in the past, and one day I bought it. It was a downer. I smoked weed at the time, and so, you know what, it was a really good euphoric feeling at that moment for the one. You know what I mean? It was pretty chill. We were just at my apartment, hanging out. She came to visit, and it was relaxing. I thought it was great. Like, you know, it's not too bad. You know what I mean? And yeah, so it started out with one. A couple of weeks later, we did another one. I guess, you know, I didn't even realize it. You know, I started doing them more often, more frequently, and I remember one night I woke up, which is probably the night that I still think about. I woke up withdrawing, my first withdrawal ever. I'm 29 now. I was like, what, 27, 28, and I just woke up very uncomfortable, bro. I lay there for a while, not knowing what the hell was going on. Just that I couldn't go back to sleep. I had work that morning. You know, it was probably about 1, 2 in the morning. I had to work about 5, and you know, I realized what the hell was happening. It was a withdrawal. I told my girlfriend, like, babe, like, you know, I think I need a pill, like, I'm withdrawing. And so I had to run out in the middle of the fucking night to some random person's house to, you know, give me a pill to try to go back to sleep. If I would have known then what I know now, I would have been able to handle the withdrawal. I would have probably gone through that shit. But I didn't. I wanted to go to sleep. I wanted to stay in bed. I was uncomfortable. But these days, I'll get up and walk around and kind of, you know, occupy my mind a little better. At that time, I had no type of knowledge or defense or no way to help myself. You know what I mean? Didn't even know that was gonna happen. You know.
And how do you take blues? Some people snort them, some people sniff them, some people
shoot them up, stuff like that, bang them out. Personally, me, I started snorting them. Me and my lady would just get one pill, half each, nothing too major. We would snort it. Over time, I didn't like smoking them. I hated the fucking smell. It would almost make me nauseous when I wouldn't smoke it and somebody else would. But I would get shotguns from her. And over time, I started to transition into smoking them, and yeah, turned into smoking them. So now I smoke the perk. You know what I mean? Throw it down on a piece of foil, you know, take a lighter to it, and inhale it.
When's the last time you smoked a pill?
Today, not too long ago. You know, probably within the hour.
And so you'd say you're high right now, or you're under the influence right now?
Definitely. Like I said, I don't like the drug. You know, I don't idolize that drug at all, man. I really do hate it. So I don't really smoke excessively. I smoke to kind of keep the withdrawals away. It's a physical dependency, you know, I'm definitely not mentally on it. So yeah, definitely smoke a few perks, you know, throughout the day.
When will you need your next pill?
I believe, to be honest, bro, I probably will smoke before I need it because I don't like withdrawing. So, you know, I'll definitely want to secure some shit, you know, and I would say probably within 2-3 hours, 4 hours max, I would definitely probably intake, you know, some more of the drug.
So when you feel your body like needing the drug, do you have some with you, or do you have to go out and go get some?
For the most part, man, I don't buy too much of them. You know, I do know people who, you know, just always on a mission to get that drug and to have it with them, and that's pretty much how they circle the day around it. Awkwardly, it's not too different. You know, I kind of do think about securing the drug because sometimes it's not available, but you know, hopefully I will at least with me. But you know, there are times where I'm withdrawing, I don't have the drug, you know, and I do have to go out and find it, or just get a hit to get me by through a friend, or you know, something like that, just to help me out.
If you needed it right now, what is your process to get a pill to smoke? What do you do?
Well, if I needed the pill, I could A, make a phone call to you know, one of my connections, B, maybe go to one of my friends, or even, you know, a random person who would look like, you know, they'll be on deck or selling it, and you know, go out and purchase it. Or, you know, if I didn't have the money, you know, I do know some friends where, you know, they're willing to throw me 1 or 2 or whatever it is that I asked for, you know, to get fronted, pay them at a later time.
How much does a pill cost?
Well, that depends how much you're buying and stuff like that. The more you buy, the cheaper they are, you know. Anywhere from $2 to, you know, $10. You know, 10's on the high. You know, I used to pay $10 every time for a single pill. Since then, they've gone down to, on average, about $5. But again, it's all situational.
How do you make money to be able to buy those pills?
You know what? Different ways, bro. You know, if I can help somebody out, you know, I'm definitely a social person, and I do work, and I'm not afraid to work. I'll get my hands dirty. You know, I'll go out, clean up somebody's yard, do some yard work. You know, do favors for friends. You know, there are times where I've gone another route, you know, and you know, sadly, maybe, you know, something illegal or something like that. You know, I don't take advantage of anybody. You know, I don't condone that. I don't steal from people, anything like that. You know what I mean? But you know, sometimes you could sell items. You know, sell stuff to. You can even find shit, you know, that somebody else might want to raise money. You know, that's probably the best way. You know, people throw away stuff all the time, man. If you go out to these apartments, there's people getting thrown out. You know, there's stuff like in the dumpsters or even on the side that, you know, if you're smart enough, you can go out and collect them and make some money. You know, make a living.
So I want to thank you for talking to us, sharing your story. Hopefully this will be viewed by youngsters out there thinking about trying drugs, and they'll stay away from it, right? If this is how we're going to end up if we try drugs, well, we probably don't want none of it, right? So thank you for having the courage to talk to us. We pray that one day you'll get that treatment you need to get off of it, you and your girlfriend, and lead a successful life, and you can be with your children, and everything will be better, okay? So thank you very much for talking to us, okay?
Sure, man. Appreciate you.